In this video, we will further break down the main toolbar to give you some more information on how to use it. The main toolbar is broken up into three sections. We have the Action panel, the Tools panel, and the Contextual panel. So in the Action panel, this is where you're editing and inserting things. So for example, you would use the Add Page, Delete Page to edit things. You would use the measurement tools to insert a protractor. You would use the Clear Page tool to edit a page. You would use the Smart Exchange website to insert lessons into your notebook. Moving over to the Tools panel, this is where you're actually creating things in Notebook. So you're creating text, you're creating shapes, you're creating lines, and you're erasing those things. You're filling objects. The Contextual panel, we don't see that when we look up here in the main toolbar. That's because the Contextual panel actually pops up when we are creating an object in the Tools panel. So for example, if I want to create text, I'm going to click on the text, and over here the Contextual panel opens up, which allows me to actually modify any object or text. So if I wanted to type in a certain font, or if I wanted to change the size of my font, change the color of my font, the Contextual panel allows you to make those modifications. So here we can change the font, the size, the color, and so on. Another example is if I want to add a shape, if I'm doing a math lesson and I want to add a shape in. Once I click on the shapes, then the Contextual panel is going to pop up, giving me all the different types of shapes there are, allowing me to change the color of those shapes, the fill color, the line color, allowing me to change what the line style is. So again, this is our Contextual panel, which allows us to modify. If I want to erase, it's going to let me erase small, bigger, or largest. If I want to fill something, it's going to then pop up and give me that color choice. We've talked about customizing the toolbar in a different video, but just real quickly, if you want to change the tools or actions that are available to you in this toolbar, you are just going to go ahead and click that gear. A little tip is, if you're not sure what a tool does or what one of these buttons means, if you have this arrow key and you just hover over it, it's going to tell you that this is allowing you to insert a ruler. This is allowing you to insert measurement tools. This is your undo button. So just hovering over these tools and actions will give you a hint or a tip into what they do. And lastly, anytime you see a black triangle, that's telling you that there's more options in that menu. So for example, here we see the black triangle. Now I can see there's lots of options underneath this tool. Here we can insert a table. Now it's giving me the options of how big I want my table to be. You'll also see those arrows a lot when you get into shapes. So looking at all these shapes, this arrow tells me that there are actually more shapes than just what is shown. So just a tip on the black arrow, or the black triangle, excuse me, that's going to let you know that there are more options still.